What's up, everybody? This is Jose with number 20, Live with Jay, episode 20, on here on my Sunday night live feed. For those of you who want to come on here and talk about any issues or hear some of the issues I have to talk about, hopefully more people will be joining soon. Once again, you're joining live with Jose, the live feed for Oakland Latinos United every Sunday at 10. Kicking back. Hopefully you're joining us. What's up to everybody out there? How you guys doing? Just chilling, relaxing on a Sunday night. Kicking back. A lot of stuff has happened over the weekend, and just want to talk about a few things, a few videos that I'm working on, some projects that I'm working on as well, and hopefully more people join and we could get onto the discussion about what I want to talk about. What's up, Aunt Bess? How you doing, brother? How's everything out there? Well, I just been kicking back. You know what I mean. Working on a few videos. I'm working on a video that I'm gonna release tomorrow, and I'm about to talk about that in a minute. I did a Barrio Hood tours last week of West Oakland, the Lower Bottoms. So hopefully you check that out. What's going on? And yeah, that was my latest video I did. That was a Barrio Hood tours of West Oakland of the Lower Bottoms. So hopefully you guys check that out. I drove down Center Street, down 7th Street, the lower bottoms, but Alta Street, all that area over there. You know what I mean? And then last week I was in Sacramento visiting a friend, and I did a live feed driving around Sacramento at night. What's up, Cesar Perez? What are you? What do you mean, what am I? What do you mean, what am I? Like, what gang I'm from or what race I am? I have no idea what this person's talking about. Like, what is this? This is Oakland Latinos United. So, if you don't know what Oakland Latinos United is, I am a forum or a channel that's about Chicano Latino culture in Oakland, California, my hometown, because I feel that Latino culture in Oakland has always been ignored. So I've taken on the task of bringing out the Raza culture in the town, like that people could know what's going on with Raza in the town. And that's what you joining if that's what you asking me. So if you want to sit along and join, that's cool. So did anybody out there check out my latest barrio tours or hood tours of the lower bottoms? You know what I mean? It was a pretty cool little video. I'll probably go back to West Oakland, maybe do Ghost Town and Dogtown area. You know what I mean? I know West Oakland real well. I go out there all the time. You know what I mean? I did one of the 90s not too long ago, the Deep East Oakland. And yeah, man. Union Fernie, what's up, brother? How you doing? Just kicking back. So I want to talk to you guys about a video that I'm working on that's going to be released tomorrow. And I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of a big baller from the town from back in the days named Fattone. Antonio de Leon, and so I know Antonio de Leon's son. His name is Antonio de Leon Jr. And Fat Tone was a big baller from Jingletown. You know what I mean? Some of you might know who he is. I grew up knowing that Baco. You know what I mean? I've known him, from way back. My brothers used to kick it with him. You know what I mean? They never ran with him, but they kicked it with him. They were good friends with him. You know what I mean? And, those who know the story, Fattone was a major narcotic supplier. And he supplied a lot of the black drug dealers in Oakland. You know what I mean? And, he was from the hood that I grew up in. He wasn't from East 7th Street, but he was from Jingletown. But he used to kick it. He's got family in East 7th Street area, so he would always be on Chapman and on East 7th Street all the time. And, yeah, man, I know that fool since way back. He was this big, notorious baller, had a notorious reputation out there. And I feel that his story is never told. I feel that a lot of times they talk about Felix Mitchell, about Little Darryl, about Mickey Mo, but they never talk about Fat Tone. They don't even talk about Mexican Mike. And greetings and salutations. So I did an interview with Fat Tone's son, and we talk about his dad's legacy. When he was in the game back in the 80s and 90s, he was a major narcotic supplier and dealer. And yeah, we talk about his life, and then we also talk to his son about his own life and his struggles, and how he's doing good now. He actually sells T-shirts. You know what I mean? His name is Dulo. He goes by the name Dulo, and he does some shirts called By the Flock. You know what I mean? So if you get a chance, check out his IG, By the Flock. You know what I mean? Check out his merchandise. I got a couple of his T-shirts. I got some sweatpants that I actually turned into shorts to go work out in the gym. But yeah, man, that's my little homie right there from Jingletown. And we did a little interview yesterday because I knew his dad. His dad was a factor in the town back in the days. And just like Mexican Mike, just like Felix Mitchell or any other, baller in the town, Fattone was a big factor moving things back in the days. And yeah, I did a video with his son, and we're gonna check that out tomorrow. That's gonna be dropping tomorrow. The video got a little messed up, but I think the video will be good. Just a little piece got cut off, but everything else is cool. The interview, what he talked about, is on point. You know what I mean? So if you want to learn about who Fat Tone from Jingletown was, maybe you heard about him, maybe you knew him. If you're on here listening, tomorrow I'm going to drop the video of Fat Tone's son interview, and we're gonna talk about Fat Tone, his life, his legacy, and I'm gonna talk about my stories about him as well. How I remember him as a kid, as a little mocoso in East 7th Street and Chapman Street. And yeah, man, just check out for that video. It's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? And I'll probably post it on YouTube tomorrow, sometime around noon or 1, somewhere around there. So be on the lookout for it. It'll be out there. Has anybody out there ever heard of Factone, Antonio de Leon? Do you guys remember him? Have you guys ever heard about him from Jingletown? You know what I mean? A lot of cats have heard about that cat. You know what I mean? And much love to Convict's Perspective as well, because they did a video. That dude Rojo, he did a video about another dude from Oakland, Mexican Mike, who was a big time, baller from the town. And yeah, man, that video's dope. I might make a reaction to that video, not a reaction, but like a review of his video and of the story of Mexican Mike on my own channel. Um, just because I love history, man, and this is all Oakland history to me. You know what I mean? Factone is Oakland history. Mexican Mike is Oakland history. And you know me, I love history. And not all history is beautiful. Some history, is kind of dark. And, unfortunately, a lot of people like to hear about that shit on YouTube. So I give you a little element to that. But I always tell you guys, if you live that life, there's consequences to that life. You feel me? If you're gangbanging, if you're selling dope, if you're border brother, norteño, sureño, whatever, you feel me? D-boy on the corner selling dope, there's consequences to that life, and that's just how it is. You feel me? And Factone and Mexican Mike and a lot of these guys, unfortunately, fell victims to the consequences of that lifestyle. You know what I mean? But yeah, tomorrow that video is gonna be coming out, so hopefully you guys will check it out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about what I'm talking about. Have you ever heard of any of these people? Have you ever do you know much about the history of Oakland, of the game in Oakland? It was pretty notorious, especially in the 80s and 90s during the crack epidemic, which is when I was a kid, a teenager, and I grew up around that, and I remember the effects of that. I remember it killed a lot of people, man. A lot of homies that my brothers knew, that even I knew, are gone from that, and some of my other friends were gone because of the other gang wars that were going on, and you know how it goes in the hood, man. It's not beautiful. But yeah, man, it's just been a lot of drama going on around. You know what I mean? Somebody told me earlier that someone got shot at the Fruit Belt bar station today, like around 9 or 10. I don't know, not 9, but like around 9 or 8. And I don't know if any of you guys heard about that. If anybody knows about that, let me know. But yeah, man, it's getting hot out there. There's a lot of people that are going crazy, shooting up the place. You know what I mean? I think there was a shooting the other day at the Hayward Cruise, which was like about a week or two ago. I was there, and yeah, man, just a lot of fools out here with the gunplay, man. It's no joke. You guys just got to be safe out there, because there are a lot of loose cannons out there who want to prove a point for whatever reason they want to kill a motherfucker, and it's not cool. You feel me? Just be vigilant, especially if you're out in the town. You feel me? Just be vigilant, because there's some weird shit going on out there right now. Trust me. I seen some weird shit today. I ran into an old homie of mine from East 7th Street, and we're kicking it, and all of a sudden, like, we were kicking it, just talking, and then when I was leaving, all of a sudden, like, homeboy was trying to start a fight with somebody, just randomly. Like, I don't know who it was. I was like, damn, man. Just like people just trying to be hyphy out there, being crazy. You feel me? So, you know me, man. I stay away from the drama. I don't got time to be in anybody's drama, and I certainly ain't trying to get catch a bullet for someone else's bullshit. You feel me? And yeah, that's why I keep it safe. I keep it cool. I don't fucking represent nothing. I'm just Jose from the town. I'm a square, and that's just how it goes down. You feel me? So what's up with everybody out there, man? Who's out there? I see there's 8 people. Press the like button. Leave a comment. Tell me, let me know what you think. Do you want to, are you excited about tomorrow's video about Fattone? Because I am, you know what I mean? I'm glad that I finally got to do the interview with the son. Me and his son has been talking for a while, and I've been wanting to bring out the story about Fattone. You feel me, for a while. You feel me? And yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do it. Like I said, I'm not glorifying no drug dealers or no gangsters, but hey, that's just Oakland history. You feel me? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? So drop a message. Let me know what's up, man. I see everybody's quiet out there. Nadie dice nada. Somebody asked me, are there hoods in Castro Valley? I have no idea. I don't know, bro. I mean, there's probably hood fools in Castro Valley. I'm sure there's a couple, but are there hoods? I never heard of any. You feel me? I mean, the only hood next to Castro. Yeah, but I don't think there's any hoods in Castro Valley. You feel me? I don't that I know of. I don't know. The only hood next to Castro Valley is Hayward. But anybody got any questions? Anybody, anything they want to bring up? You know what I mean? Any questions they want to ask me? You know what I mean? Where you guys tapping in from? Where's everybody at out there, man? What's up, Raza? How you guys doing? Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hopefully you're staying out of drama, out of BS. You feel me? But also I was talking last time, and I haven't had a chance to do it. But I'm gonna get working on it this week because I was just a little busy. I was talking about a week and a half, like 2 weeks, about a week and a half ago. I was talking to Duke from Darkroom Familia, and we were talking on IG, and he gave me some history of the Darkroom Familia, and I told him that I could take this history and make a video about the history of their rap group. Because a long time ago, some of you might have seen, like maybe 10 years ago, I did a video about the history of Chicano rap in Northern California. But I think on that video, I didn't know much about the story. But, some of the history that's been put out there by Sir Dino or David Rocha, the pastor he is now, and the info I got from Duke, from Dark Room, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting the way that group came about. And I guess Duke and Crooked were the founders of it. And they started with their, originally with something called Hold Dog Records, and it became Darkroom Familia. And yeah, man, no matter how you want to look at it, Darkroom, they were underground innovators, just like a lot of Bay Area rappers out there. You feel me? They did everything underground. They started from the trunk of their car, literally, you know what I mean, making demos and making small raps. And yeah, man, that's how they came up. So I'm going to be making a video about that soon. That's coming real soon. So hopefully you guys be on the lookout for that. I'm going to try to make that video this week, and I want to make it good. You know what I mean? But that should be some dope stuff. So what's up, man? Nobody's saying anything out there. Nobody want to talk to Jose. Come on, man. Y'all don't want to talk to me? I feel sad, man. I feel left out. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm not important. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to bring up anything they want to talk about? Any topic they want me to talk about? Maybe something I know about. But yeah, man. How's everybody doing out there? So where you guys tapping in from? Who's out there? What's up? East Oakland in the house. Raider Nation for sure. Where's everybody else at, man? Anybody got any topic that they want me to talk about? Like I said, anything you want me to talk about, I'm free. You feel me? That's why I'm doing this, because I like to talk about a lot of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm just kicking back, relaxing, enjoying this Sunday. Want to do this live feed with y'all, and just talk about different things going on in the hood, going on in the community. What you think about DMX? All right, let's talk about DMX. So DMX passed away this week. What, he passed away what, yesterday or the day before? And I mean, I can't lie. I'm not gonna even sit here and lie to you. I wasn't the biggest fan of his music. I remember when the main song I remember from him was that "Stop, Drop, Roll." That's right, Riders Roll. I mean, I remember that song, but I wasn't the biggest DMX fan. At the time when DMX was out, I was too busy bumping Bay Area rap. I ain't gonna lie. I was too busy bumping Three Times Crazy and Seagram and N Too Deep and Latino Velvet and then Darkroom Familia. I was all into that stuff at that time, so I wasn't the biggest fan of DMX. I mean, I know he had a lot of drug problems. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate he passed away. I'm not sure if he died from drugs or if he died from something else, but yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? I like to really say is R.I.P. to him and you know condolences to his family. Somebody say he did good movies. Yeah, I remember he came on a movie with Steven Seagal with what was it called? Exit Wounds, I think. I remember he did that movie. That's the one that kind of sticks out in my mind. I know he did a couple others. Any barrios in North Oakland? Not that I know of. I don't think there's. Nah, I mean, there's probably a few. There's some Raza in North Oakland, but I don't know of any barrios, and I don't remember ever hearing about any Mexican gangs from North Oakland that I could remember. I mean, if there was one, you know what I mean? You never know. But yeah, I don't remember. I remember North Oakland was always more black and white. There was a lot of blacks there and also whites. North Oakland, I know it used to be an Italian neighborhood a long time ago. I know that for a fact, especially the Temescal area. Yeah, West Oakland had a few, like, I think they might have had some DBs and some Sureños and maybe a few Norteños, because I actually met a couple of Norteños from West Oakland, but North Oakland, I don't think so. I don't remember ever hearing. Like I said, again, there might have been, but I don't remember hearing any. The only thing I really remember hearing about North Oakland was like Bushrod, and I think there was some guys called Ice City, I think, or something like that. And obviously South Berkeley, which is borders North Oakland, which were the black dudes from South Berkeley. But I don't remember any Mexican cliques in that area. Yeah, there's homicide. Yeah, they're in homies in West Oakland. I like that one. What do you think about the movie Lowriders? Lowriders, is that movie that came out a couple years ago? You know what? I never got a chance to see that movie, so I really don't have an opinion on it, unfortunately. Sorry. I haven't seen it, but maybe it's good. I don't know. I'll watch it, though. I have not seen that movie, but if it's the one I think. But going back to what you were saying, I met a few homies that were from West Oakland. It was shot in San Fran, if I can remember. I don't remember a movie called Homies being shot in San Fran. Lowriders being shot in. The only movie I remember being shot in San Francisco was that movie La Misión. I don't think that movie Lowriders was filmed in San Francisco. I think that was filmed in in LA, I believe. But La Misión was filmed in San Francisco for sure. But not that one had lowriders on it. I mean, La Misión was cool. Some people tripped off of it because of the gay son story, but it was a cool movie. I mean, at least it was a movie about Raza in the Bay Area. Sucker Free City from Spice Lee. Ever see that? Yeah, I seen it. The rapper Sleep from Donald Block Hayward, who snitched in, said on West Oakland, Tuck, that started snitching the homies out. I don't. Yeah, I seen that movie Sucker Free City a long time ago. Um, I think JT the Bigger Figure was on it. The only thing I didn't like about it was the depiction of the mission. They didn't depict it as how it really was. They didn't show like homies or nothing like that. They just showed like some white dudes, didn't they? That were from the mission. They made it look like it was a white neighborhood or something like that. And that movie was actually made before the big gentrification happened. So that was my only kind of complaint with the movie, that I don't think they showed the mission in the right way. Yeah, it was some white dudes getting gentrified out. who had to move to HP. Yeah, Spike Lee was an idiot. He should have showed like he should have made it Raza in the fucking mission. You know what I mean? No fucking punk ass white boys getting fucking pushed out. That's fucking bullshit. So yeah, Spike Lee, I think he didn't do his homework, and that was my only complaint with the movie that they could have showed the real mission. We know that the mission, is always gonna have a history with Raza. You feel me? And to not show that is again whitewashing and blackwashing history. You feel me? You know. But yeah, that's like showing a movie about Fruitvale about our hood in Oakland and not showing Mexicanos. You feel me? They'd be like that'd be bullshit. You feel me? I think what I did like about the Mission, whether you like the gay son story or not, it did reflect what the Mission is about. The Raza, the homies in the mission. You know what I mean? The mission is like the old barrio, yeah. Original Gangsters, the movie with Drew down. Original Gangsters. That movie. OG Original Gangsters was made in Gary, Indiana, and it was with Drew Down, and I think the Loonies came on one piece. But yeah, I remember that movie. That movie was hella low budget. I remember in one scene they showed like a shooting, and it was like a scene from Colors, from the movie Colors. But yeah, I remember that movie. It was lightweight corny actually. But yeah, Drew Down was on it. I remember that. That's hella old school. But yeah, man. I remember also that movie Menace to Society, Too Short, and MC Pooh were on it. Start popping the ketchup packets. I don't remember that. Is that from the movie? But yeah, man, Menace to Society. Did you like the principal? Yeah, man, my brother was on that movie. He was one of the extras. They were all the homies from 38 and 36, and a couple homies. Yeah, my uncle was on that movie too. He was part of the cleanup crew. Yeah, I knew all them niggas from 38 that were on there. I knew, Zach, Joker, Puppet, Big Surge. You know what I mean? What's that other cat's name? Rocky was in it. Um, a whole bunch of fools. My brother was in it. His homie Lil Juan from 36. All them fools were in it. My brother was from 36 Locals. That dude Bam Bam from 41st Cycles was on it. You know what I mean? And there was a few other homies that I knew from Oakland that were on that movie. Yeah, for sure. I was a little kid when that movie came out, but I knew all them homies because of my brother. You feel me? My brother's, from OG 36th Street Locals, you know? And I grew up on East 7, so I know a lot of cats that are from that area, you know? But yeah, man, like those of you who weren't joining me earlier, I'm going to release a video tomorrow. And be on the lookout for that video. Kicks. I heard about that movie. Wasn't that filmed in Richmond, I think? But like I said, I'm making a video about not Mexican Mike, Fattone from Antonio de Leon from Jingletown. He was a big baller from Jingletown. I was talking about it earlier. I don't know if you guys have been here since earlier, but I interviewed his son, and we're gonna talk about the legacy of his father. I knew his father from when I was a little kid. My brothers were homies with his father, and yeah, he was a big baller from the town. And that video is gonna be interesting. I had it today, and I was working on it a little bit. The only thing that got messed up was at the end it cut off a little bit because my phone was acting weird. And yeah, but it's a good interview. I'm gonna interview his son, and yeah, man, check it out. Venom was a good movie. Venom. You know what was a good movie, man, from 1986? Transformers the movie. Transformers the movie was a dope movie from 1986, from the old first generation Transformers. I went to see that at the Grand Lake Theater when I was a little kid. And if you're from the town, you know where the Grand Lake Theater is. They took place in the Bay. Ant-Man, Venom, the Hulk, I think, was made in the Bay. A lot of movies were made in the Bay Area. They make a lot of movies in the Bay. I think the Hulk, parts of it were made in Oakland, if I remember right. The one from 2003. But yeah, man. So what's going on with everybody? Anybody got out anything else they want to say? Anything they want to throw out there? You know what I mean? Any questions about the town? Any questions about Oakland or the Bay Area? You know what I mean? We're talking about movies. Hey, did anybody see a movie called My Culture? I actually did a review on it, and it was filmed in Oakland. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys checked that out. It was a movie filmed by Mario Bubino. I did a review on it. You could go back and check it in my video list. I did it about a month ago. It's a movie about an interracial couple in Oakland. One is a Chicana and one is a black dude. And it's kind of like the story of the two cultures. It's pretty cool. They show like Fruitvale, they show the 30s, they show San Antonio Park. So they show a lot of places in the hood. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I would suggest to check it out. It's on Tubi TV. Yeah, East Side Sushi. I did a review on that movie as well. I've seen that movie too. That was filmed in Oakland too. That was filmed over there in the Fruitvale area and then by Lake Merritt also. But yeah, East Side Sushi. It's pretty cool. I've seen it. I did a review on it. So if you go to my videos, you can see I did a review for My Culture and I did a review for East Side Sushi. Cepeda, what it do? What's up, blood? How you doing? Just on here chilling. Did anybody out there watch the video of Convict's Perspective about Mexican Mike from 98th Ave? Did anybody out there see that video? That was a pretty dope video. He made two parts, and I want to make a review of those videos about Mexican Mike. And tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a video about Fattone, who was another big baller in Oakland. So tomorrow, I did an interview with Fattone's son, and that's coming out tomorrow. If you wanna learn some clecha, some history about an Oakland Chicano baller from the town, you know what I mean? Check it out tomorrow. He shouted you out. Who shouted me out? Oh, Rojo shouted me out. Yeah, Rojo shouted me out for sure. Well, Rojo shouted me out because I helped him find a picture of Mexican Mike, and I actually got him in contact with one of Mexican Mike's nephews. The Mac, some filmed in Oakland. Actually, the Mac, yeah, a lot of it was filmed in North and West Oakland, and some parts in L.A. And supposedly, according to the documentary "Pimpin' Ain't Easy," they said that the Black Panthers were against the filming of the movie because they didn't like the Ward brothers, because the movie was based on the Ward brothers from Oakland, Frank Ward, who were some pimps. You know, Rojo. What I like about Rojo, man, is I used to have a really good friend from Concord, a really good homeboy from Concord, and he was a norteño, and and he knows this fool Rojo. He knows a lot of the homies that my homie from Concord knew. You know what I mean? So that's kind of dope. That Rojo knew some folks I knew. So that, he's a cool dude, man. I talked to him. I sent him some of my videos, and like I said, I got him in contact with some of Mexican Mike's family through my Oakland Latinos United page, and also I got him some pictures of Mexican Mike for he could do his videos. So, and I also got him the news report of when Mexican Mike was killed. But I didn't know Mexican Mike, so he wasn't from my hood. So I knew Fat Tone though, who was another dude that there's gonna be a video dropping tomorrow by me, by yours truly, Jose. I'm wondering what Gunner's going to say about Oakland. He's probably gonna say some menudo, pobrecito. If you come to the town, pobrecito. There's no menudo for you, eh? That's a crude imitation of him, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. Hopefully he gets some things right, because a lot of niggas, they talk about the town and they don't get things right. You feel me? Like someone like me will get a lot of things right because I'm from Oakland. You feel me? Born and raised. Quiet as a kept. Yeah, quiet as a kept. I don't fuck around in Oakland. They might fuck me up over there. Eh? I don't know if I could get some sauce, menudo. But yeah, man. From the Sacraskillas helicopter sauce. Bro, I literally just got here from a Gunner video. I did an okay imitation of him, but if he does a video about Oakland, I hope he gets it right. That's all I could really say. I hope he gets it right. I hope he don't get a lot of things wrong. Those of us who are from Oakland, We know the barrios in Oakland. We know the hoods. We know 38, 36. Fruitvale Gangsters. Quince. You know what I mean? Border Brothers, Southside Locals, whatever. You feel me? I want to see Gunner's pick that he's really in jail. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? I guess he's from Merced. I don't know anything about Merced. I've only been to that city one time in my life. But now that I'm on here, like I was saying, watch him say Oakland has hella Southerners. So watch him say Oakland has hella Southerners or Border Brothers. He did a video about the Border Brothers a while back. You know what I mean? I was gonna do a review of it, but I decided not to. But yeah, if he does the Oakland one, if he does it good, I'll do a review of it. He got when he said he was in a pen. What's his Instagram? I tried to find it and I can't find it. Have you ever been to Tulare County? No, I haven't. I never been there. I'm from School Street. Oh shit, Dirty Thirties, School Street. Yay! Yeah, I know School Street. That's the old weed spot. That's where the brothers used to slang weed back in the days. I know School Street. I was just by School Street today. I was just by there today. You feel me? But I was over there by E7 too today, and I seen my old homie Fat, man. He's doing bad, man. I hope that brother, I hope that brother gets it through his head to do good, man. But he's doing bad. I don't know if you guys know Fat from E7. That's an old homie I grew up with, man. He's a cool dude, man. But he's just not doing right. Like Too Short said, old school brothers not doing it right. Every day is the same, and every day is right. His Instagram. What is Gunner's Instagram? Because I've looked for it and I haven't been able to find it. I found Convict's Perspective, but not Gunner. But I'm so glad that there are more Chicanos and more Raza on YouTube because when I started Oakland Latinos United in 2007, there were no Latinos or Raza on YouTube at all. It seemed like I was one of the few. You feel me? His IG is Gunners Collective V. It's spelled exactly. Okay, I'll look it up. But yeah, when I started Oakland Latinos United, bro, there were no Raza on here. I was one of the first Chicanos Raza talking about Raza issues on YouTube. No lie, bro. I haven't even erased most of my videos. You could go far back to like 2007 and see my early videos. I would say some of my early videos were more politically charged because I was more into politics back then. I was like Mr. Super Chicano, Chicano Power, but you know what I mean? I was one of the first dudes talking about these things. I was the first dude who made a video about the history of Chicano rap in the Bay Area on YouTube. It's because all these self-prison channels started popping out of nowhere. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I made a video about a year and 2 years ago about prison channels and my view on them. And you know me, man. I'm not a gangbanger. Yeah, I'll admit, I grew up around hella norteños, and that was mostly because my brother was a norteño. You feel me? But I've always been about la raza. You know what I mean? I had homies that were sureños. I even knew some border brothers, and I had hella homies that were norteños. I never had a beef with anyone. You know what I mean? So I always kept it cool. I've always been about la raza, man. And I understand, man, the politics on the streets. I understand it. I totally get it, man. But you know what I mean? On YouTube, when I started with positivity. And I'm still pushing positivity, you know? And with the prison channels, I don't mind them existing. I'm not going to hate on brothers. You know what I mean? Gracias. You've been watching me for years. Gracias, bro. Thanks for the support. I don't hate on dudes. If that's their outlet to put their story out there and make a little money, hey, I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating on Gunner. I'm not hating on Convict's Perspective. I'm not hating on Sunny Boy Loco, on American Cholo, on LA Times. None of those, because I watch all those channels. Do you know what I mean? They're all entertaining. But just bring out some positivity, man. That's all I say, man. If you're going to be about La Raza, just bring out the positivity. You know what I mean? Share your war stories. You know what I mean? Share your war stories. And, but keep it positive, man. And let people know that this lifestyle is not going to get you anywhere. And that to me, that's it. Like tomorrow I'm making the video about Fattone. uh, interview with his son, but even me and his son talk about how that lifestyle doesn't get you nowhere. You feel me? Somebody said, "Do I have haters?" Oh yeah, I've had all kinds of fucking haters and trolls. I've been called a dropout. I've been called a bitch. I've been called fake. I've been called a preacher. I've been called a fake Chicano. I've been called a fake Mexican because I'm half Salvadorian. I had a dude said he was gonna find me and shoot me. Uh, I'm racist against black people. I'm racist against white people. I'm racist against Arabs because I made a video about alcohol. Um, yeah, they call me a dropout, and I never was a member of any gang. So I'm like, how can I be a dropout? I've never been to the Pinta. I'm not from Nuestra Familia. I'm not from the Norteño car. I'm not even from a street gang. You know what I mean? So how am I a dropout? You feel me? Now I'm from East 7th Street, but I don't claim East 7th as a Norteño. I'm from East 7th Street because that's where I grew up. East 7th and Chapman Street. That's my barrio. Regardless, you know what I mean, the fools are claiming Norte. But that's where my roots come from. I was born and raised in that neighborhood, you know what I mean, till I was 14. I left to Sacramento and then I came back and started kicking it there hard in the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s. And but I never was a East 7th Norteño. I'm just from East 7th because I was born and raised in that neighborhood. That's my barrio. That's always gonna be my hood. You feel me? I'm always gonna have love for that street, for that neighborhood, and I got love for Jingletown too. Yeah, I stopped unloading for a cool minute. I talked about that. If you see my last video, I talked about. Well, this is one thing. I just made a video. I'm 43 years old. I just made a video about the history of Oakland Latinos United and why I started it. So you guys can go back to my videos, and I did it like 3 or 4, like about a week or two ago. And basically, Oakland Latinos United as a project is almost 20 years old. You know what I mean? It's about 20 years old. Like this, no, it's 18 years old. It's 18 years old because I started in 2003 because I felt that the history and the culture of Raza in Oakland was ignored, and it was always overshadowed by Black history. You feel me? And I felt that let's keep it fair. Oakland is a black city, or at least it's known as a black city because the black culture has been big in Oakland, and I'm not gonna deny that. But that doesn't mean that Raza don't have a culture. We're in Califas, whether we're in Oakland or whether we're in Sacramento or LA, Raza, we're present everywhere. You know what I mean? I found your first video the other day. But and Oakland, Chicanos and Raza, we have a long history in Oakland and we're part of the culture. So we have, to me, I started Oakland Latinos United originally as a project to write a book. And then when MySpace came out, I seen a dude was doing an Oakland History project. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna make Oakland Latinos United on MySpace and bring out the Chicano history of Oakland. And it's been on MySpace, it's been on Facebook, it's been IG now, and YouTube. The YouTube channel started in 2007, and I've been rolling since then, bro. You know what I mean? Documenting everything I could. And yeah, I just documented a lot of our history in the town, and I feel people need to know this story. You know what I mean? Because we're factors in Oakland, and we've been here in Oakland, and we've been making moves in Oakland forever. Since before it was California. Since it was Mexico, since it was Rancho San Antonio, the Peraltas, you know what I mean? Even going back to the Alonis. I'll take it way back, you feel me? And that's the whole point why Oakland Latinos United exists, because when I go to other cities, people are like, "You're from Oakland?" Yeah. And they're like, "I heard Oakland's only black people." Like, what? Who the fuck told you that? Like, there's hella Raza in Oakland. There's hella Asians in Oakland. There's even a lot of white people in Oakland. That's the one that shocks people. So it's like, Oakland's a pretty mixed town. So I felt that Oakland Latinos was a vehicle to bring out our history, Chicano and Raza history in Oakland. You feel me? Because I grew up in the town. I grew up around Chicanos. I grew up around the old school Chicanos when they used to be like cholos and lowriders. I grew up around that, and I seen it morph into the sideshows and into the hyphy culture. So I seen it all, man. Even met the dudes who were around before. You know what I mean? Someone said, I never heard about the history of Raza in Oakland until I found your channel years back. Of course, they never talk about Raza history in Oakland. Not even in the history books. Only a few history books talk about Raza in Oakland, bro. There's one called the Spirit of Oakland talks about Raza in Oakland. And there's another one called Stories of the East Bay, something like that. Oh, Northern California rap. Exactly. And you know what? What's dope is I've been talking to Duke from Darkroom Familia on IG, and he gave me the whole fucking story about Darkroom. And I'm about to make a video about the history of Darkroom and how Duke started it, and how he met up with Sir Dino, and how they created Darkroom Familia. And that's gonna be coming out hopefully this week. I was gonna make it last week, but I got caught up with some other stuff, and I kind of got thrown off. And yeah, someone said, "What do you think about the generation of type X?" The Hoto generation, man. Sas. uh, Look, man, I don't like to talk too much shit about the that's how I discovered the channel. Hey, what's up, Sack Boy? Hey, man. I was just joking around over there on the other channel, that Sacramento dude. Because I was like, man, this dude doing barrio tours and some other dude's all tripping out. Like, okay, this dude's spazzing out. But anyway, yeah, man, what was I saying before that? The Hoto generation. Look, man, a lot of OGs weren't around to guide the young. Let's face it, a lot of OGs were in the pinta. A lot of OGs got killed, especially in Oakland. A lot of OGs are on dope or whatever, you know what I mean? They just weren't there. Maybe they got deported, but they weren't there for the youth, man. And the youth were misguided. See, Oakland Latinos United, I think, I think, in Oakland, as Oakland Latinos United, this is why I bring out this history of Chicano culture in Oakland. For the youth of Oakland and the Bay Area and even the Central Valley can see what we're about and what we were about in the past. You know, going back to even the Pachucos. You know what I mean? And, I felt that at least I did my part through social media. And how was the shoe short soda? It was actually pretty good. It tasted like a strawberry soda. But I bought it at some liquor store in West Oakland on Peralta. But uh, um, at least on my part, I try to give some guidance to the youth. Look, um, I can't talk shit about the youth because the youth are gonna do what they're gonna do. I was young once too, bro, and trust me, when I was young, the OGs were saying the same shit that the OGs are saying now. They were saying that we listen to rap music, that our music sucks, that we dress funny, that we're not real cholos because we didn't dress in Stacey Adams and creased up bands like they did. You know, we had no respect. We would rather shoot someone than fight. I heard it all, bro, growing up. You feel me? So every time there's a new generation, the old generation is gonna have a problem with it. And yeah, I could kind of see, yeah, where some people might say the Hoto generation, but at the same time, tight pants are nothing new. You know what I mean? Tight pants are nothing new. Tight pants are old. People were wearing tight pants in the 70s. People were wearing tight pants in the 80s. The only era where baggy pants were the style was in the late 90s and early 2000s. So tight pants is old. You know what I mean? The Pachucos used to wear big ass balloony pants back in the 40s and 50s. But yeah, man, it's just that's just my take on it. I can't talk shit about the youth, because they got their own onda. You know what I mean? Their own onda, their own thing, and hopefully they wake up and they realize some of the mistakes they're doing. Hopefully they listen to OGs like me, or at least old timers like me. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think Gunner is undercover snitch. I have no idea. Tight Pants been around. Yeah, Tight Pants is old school. Was Capone from Texas? Darkroom. The thing about Capone from Texas is I was on his IG one time, and I think he's originally from He aged very bad. He looked very old now. But I seen that he had lived in Detroit, in Southwest Detroit, but was originally from somewhere in Southern California and then ended up in Texas. Then he did the song with Sir Dino, and then next thing you know, I think he started rapping with that dude, Mr. Shadow. I think that's his name. And then all of a sudden, he's a Sureño. So that's kind of like what I remember from Mr. Capone. Um, but yeah, that's about all I know about that situation. Tyke Pants been around. Yeah, Tyke Pants has been around for a long time. Have you seen that Darkroom Familia movie? Yeah, I may have seen a lot of their movies. I've seen Veteranos. I've seen Penitentiary Chances, which was made in Hayward. I've seen Dope Game 2, which was filmed in Oakland. I've seen a few others too. What did the Sureños first come to Oakland? I want to say there had probably already been Sureños in the 80s. Because my brother told me that he remembers seeing like dudes that were like what you call Sureños today. But I think they didn't form a gang until the mid and late 90s. Because I had only heard about Border Brothers and obviously the Norteño hoods. But I didn't start hearing about the Southside locals. And they were like around 51st, 57th, like around that area. Until about like 97, 98, 99. Around that time, I started hearing about them. But I think they had been around before that. There had been some scattered around Oakland. But I don't think they were deep enough to have their own clique until finally they got deep enough to have a little clique. Because my brother told me stories about meeting like cholos from LA living in Oakland back in the 80s. But back then they wouldn't trip off them because the whole Norte Sur thing wasn't so big on the streets yet. It was more about barrios, you know what I mean? Late 90s, early 2000s, they've been irrelevant to town. Hey man, but they did kill a few homies though. I'm not giving them, you know, because I'm neutral in the situation, but they did take out a few homies, bro. They did take out some BBs too, and that was a crazy time though when the BBs, the Norteños, and the Sureños were all funking. That was what, like 2000s, like during the hyphy era. That time was fucking crazy, bro. I got some crazy stories about that time, man. Some crazy stories, man. Like, and it was scary, bro. It was a scary time. That's why they made that documentary, Gang Wars, because that shit was really going down like that back then. It was bad. It was really bad. You know, a couple of my homies got shot. A couple of homies got killed that I knew. You know what I mean? It was bad. It was a bad time. It really was. You'd have to have been there to seen it, man. But yeah, man. Just like the early '90s in Oakland, late '80s was pretty bad. I remember the era lost of loved ones and heading for the pen. Yeah, man. That era was no joke, bro. Just like the late '80s, early '90s, that era reminded me of that era. I could say those two eras were very similar. Like from about '89 to about '94, it was fucking bananas in Oakland. Like fools were dropping like flies left and right. I mean, look up the statistics. Oakland's highest homicide rates was between 1989 till 1994, and then it died down, and then it it went up again in the 2000s when the hyphy movement, when all that shit was going down. So I had a few questions. Let me go back and read them. Someone said, did Carlos Carkins ever claim red? No, I was too little to go to the sideshows in the '80s. I didn't even know sideshows existed. First time I heard about a side, I remember fools burning donuts and stuff like that in the '80s when I was a little kid. But I don't remember them calling them sideshows. I didn't really hear the word sideshow till Richie Rich came out with the song Sideshow in '89. I was about 12 years old, and then the first time I physically actually went to a sideshow was when I moved back to Oakland from Sacramento. Because I don't know if you guys seen one of my videos I talked about when I lived in Sacramento. So in '92, I left to Sacramento for 3 years, and I came back in '95. And the first time I ever went to an actual sideshow was in '95, right there on High Street and Foothill, right in front of Fremont High School. You feel me? And if Sac City boys on here, I used to go to Hiram Johnson in South Sacramento. You probably know where that's at. You feel me? I think you told me you're from North Sacramento, from Gardenland. But yeah, the first time I ever went to a sideshow was in '95. I've seen the documentary so many times. Let me see. What else I got? I got some more questions. Did you ever was Loco Friola Norte? I mean, if he ever went to the pen, yeah. I mean, he had to ride with them. But I mean, he was old school, bro. He was older even than my brother. So I only met him a few times. You know what? The last time I seen Bean was in 2011, I want to say, and he had a red. He was dressed like an old cholo, and he had a red uh uh rosary, like you know those rosaries, like those cholo ones, the ones that are hand woven. He had one a red one, so I'm guessing he was a norteño. Now sideshows are nationwide and people not knowing where they originated. Exactly. I mean the sideshows, whether people want to accept it or not, the sideshow started in deep East Oakland. The brothers started that, man. The Africanos, the blacks, they started them over there by the Eastmont Mall, over there by Foothill Square. In those areas, they started the sideshows back in the late '80s, early '90s. And then when I used to go to the sideshows, it was mainly a Oakland thing. Only fools from Oakland knew about it. And then next thing you know, man, they're doing them in Sacramento, they're doing them in Stockton, they're doing them in Modesto, they're doing them in LA. It's like, whoa, they're doing sideshows everywhere now. Even in Detroit, I seen a video where in Detroit they're doing sideshows now. So it's like, it's all over, brother. You feel me? The town spread that for sure. Like that's a town creation. That started in the town. We people can't deny that it's an Oakland thing for sure. Especially those of us who are from the town, we know that. But yeah, man. So East Oakland Raider, what's going on the streets these days, man? I'm old, bro. I'm out of it. I don't really know what's going on. When I walk to school in the morning, I hate it. The smell of the smoke. Trendsetters. That wall. You know what? That wallpaper is probably gonna become a T-shirt soon, and I'm gonna probably be selling them. I've been talking to the dude I interviewed yesterday. The video's coming out tomorrow. Fattone's son. He does T-shirts, and he's the one that helped me design that wallpaper. So that's probably gonna be a shirt soon. So if it's a shirt, hopefully you brothers help me out and buy one, man. You know what I mean? But I will be making them. What's my favorite corrido? I like La Banda del Carro Rojo. I'm gonna get one when they drop. Hell yeah, I'll let you know for sure. You feel me? I got a video on my channel that shows today's status. But we chilling though. I will definitely buy one for sure. Merch coming soon. Yeah, man, I'm gonna look into it, bro. Cause I've never done T-shirts before, but I'm working with a homie from Jingletown who's gonna show me, bro. So he does his shirts. And check out his IG, man. It's called By the Flock. Homie Dulo from Jingletown. That's Fattone's son. That's a major kingpin from the town, and that video's dropping tomorrow. So be sure to check that video tomorrow. It's gonna be a two-part video because the video got messed up, but it should come out good. It'll be a two-part. Check it out tomorrow. It's gonna be called "Son of a Kingpin." Interview with the son of Fattone was a big factor, just like Mexican Mike. What's my IG? My IG is the same as this one, Oakland Latinos United or Oakland Latinos Unidos. Just look that up and you'll see my IG. And be sure to follow me on IG, and I'm also on Facebook, Oakland Latinos United. You can find me on there too, brother. You feel me? So, hey, Raider Nation. So, who's still around, bro? Which hoods are still around? Because it seems like you're gamed up. It's like Quince's still around, and Fruitvale Gangsters still around. It's 36, 38. Barrio 60s, UNT, are they still around? Are the BBs still around? I'm curious, because I'm out of the loop, bro. I'm old, you know what I mean? I only know about what was around when I was young. I don't know too much about who's around these days. I'll see some homies here and there. I'll see some dudes. Everyone's still around. What about the Sureños? They're still around. The SSLs. Like I see graffiti out there. Hey, Raider Nation, is it true that they're reviving the 41st cycles? I heard a rumor that some youngsters were trying to bring it back. I don't know how true that is, but I'm asking you if you know. But yeah, man. But yeah, I know mostly about what was around when I was young. Border Brothers went quiet. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I know the Border Brothers were deep out there in the deep, like 94. I showed their neighborhood. If you watch my video, Barrio Tours, Deep East Oakland in the 90s, I showed that whole area, 98. I showed 94, 96. I showed that whole area. You know, a lot of people don't know that before the Border Brothers existed, there was a Norteño gang in the 90s called 96 Locals. They were the original ones in that area. And possibly Mexican Mike might have been from that hood. But or now he was from 98, but I'm pretty sure he kicked it with them. But yeah, they were the original ones out there, and then the Border Brothers took over that neighborhood around 89, 90, 91. We got some of them sometimes, rather than not speak on a whole lot about them or on here. I feel you, bro. But yeah, I don't, I'm just curious who's out there. I don't want to know about what's going on, you know what I mean? I'm just curious what cliques are still around. What about 41st? Is it true that they're trying to make a new 41st cycle? That's what somebody told me, but I don't know how true that is. And I did see some graffiti on 41st. They said at 41st, you know what I mean? 41st cycles or something like that. So yeah, man, that's an OG clique right there, man. That's like from back in the 80s and early 90s. Actually, that goes back to like the 70s. You know what I mean? Not that I know of. Yeah, I seen it graffitied, bro. I was on 41st the other day, and I seen some graffiti. It said like 41st and all that. I was like, wow. What's the oldest clique? Maybe 15. The 60s probably too. I know the 15 originally was a Pachuco gang in the 1940s called the 23rd Ave Gang, and they used to kick it right there on 23rd and East 15th. This is going back to the 40s. So they might be the oldest gang in Oakland, bro. At least the oldest Chicano gang. Probably Jingletown too. But back then Jingletown was mostly Portuguese, but there was some Raza already living there. But a lot of the Portuguese were like Pachucos too. I wish all Raza would unite. Me too, man. You know me, I'm not on no Norte and Sur stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I grew up around Sureños and I mean Norteños and knew some Sureños. I even had Sureños in my family. You feel me? But to me, it's all love. You got love for me, I got love for you. I watch all them Sureño channels. You know, I watch LA Times. I watch Sunny Boy Loco, American Cholo. I watch Bird Martinez sometimes. I heard she got stabbed, which is pretty crazy. I watch Cholo Juan sometimes. I watch that other dude. I think his name is something Entertainment, Mod Entertainment, something like that. I watch his stuff. Um, yeah, man. I try to support all Raza on here, man. Cause I just hope that all these channels realize that your boy Jose was the first one on here. I'm not trying to get no clout. I'm not trying to, get nothing off anyone, but just recognize who the real was and who's been here since day one. You feel me? Your boy from the Big East Side, Oakland. You feel me? Jose. I was the first Chicano on this motherfucking YouTube platform. And that's real, bro. I'm not going to say I was the first, but I was one of the first. Because when I started this, bro, you could count the raza on YouTube with your hands. Literally, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love to see that there's a lot of raza out there doing their thing, bro. Bringing stories about their neighborhoods. I got love for Gunner and Convicts Perspective, Rojo and Flaco. I love what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's all good. I just love to see that now I got options to see raza on YouTube. You know what I mean? And hopefully more raza from Northern California comes up. Hopefully more raza from the town. Hopefully more raza from the valley. Hopefully, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I was checking out that Del Ranchos guy. I got to see a few of his things, but I haven't seen all his videos. But I'm gonna binge watch his videos maybe this next week. Yeah, man. There's a there's going to be Far Supercar show in Oakland, Colorado. Oh yeah, yeah. Man, bro, I was at the last fucking supercar show they did at the Oakland Coliseum in 1998. I was there, bro. All the niggas from Quince were there, 36, 38. Everybody was, probably every barrio in Oakland, or at least homie barrio in Oakland was there. And then I remember afterwards, I met Sir Dino there. I remember I met Sir Dino, Duke, and Crooked. I met I met some other people there. I met hella females that day. But I remember when they started cruising on East 14th, a big ass riot broke out between the police and the homies right there on 41st and East 14 right there, and also by the Burger King down the street by High Street. That shit was many. That shit was crazy, bro. I was there. But yeah, I heard about that car show coming up in June. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna try to go to that for sure. Yep, I do remember Northern California Chicano rap history. Yeah, man, that was the first one. But there's gonna be a new one coming out, hopefully this week, and hopefully this week there's gonna be one about the history of Darkroom Familia, with the permission or consent from Duke of Darkroom Familia, and he gave me the whole spiel, the whole story. So that's gonna be coming up, and your boy Jose is gonna be bringing you that. Was that Vato Zap were killed in a documentary Oakland gang wars? They say he didn't bang. I don't know. I remember him from the documentary, but I didn't know him on the street. You know what I mean? Maybe some of my homies might have knew him, but I don't know, bro. I honestly wouldn't know how to tell you that. But but yeah, I remember them dudes from SSL. They would kick it right there in that area around like 57, 53rd, 54th, around that area. Back in like the 2000s. Yeah, man. Homeboy said it was a different time then. Grow your channel nowadays. Putting out content delayed daily. Not as easy unless people have time to put comments. Yeah. That's the same video I came across your channel. I watched it in 2014. Which one? The Northern California rap video? Yeah, man. I mean, because a lot of people were like, oh, you're on some Norte shit. But in reality, bro, I just wanted to tell the story of Chicano rap from the Bay. And yeah, some of them were Norteños. Not all of them were. Some of them were. Like Dark Room, some of the Dark Room were. You know, the Funky Aztecs were, even though they didn't really bang on their album. You know, the brown skin artists were Norteños from Westside Berkeley, even though they didn't bang on their album either. But the thing about those rap groups back then, they were more about Chicanismo, about Raza. And even Sir Dino's early stuff was more about Raza and Chicano stuff, you feel me? It was dope. And like Darkroom's early stuff, like when they were Temporary Insanity, it was more like hood shit, you feel me? It wasn't really like Norteño gangbanging. It was more like hood shit, like game and hood shit. You feel me? But yeah, the Funky Aztecs were slept on. I lived in Vallejo around the time that they came out with their second album, and I remember I used to see them around all the time. How is Oakland now with the gangs? Ask a homie Oakland Raider. He'll be able to tell you better than me. I mean, they're still around, but I don't know if it's as crazy as it used to be. I know there's been a lot of shootings going on out there, man. So a lot of y'all folks, be careful out there, man. I heard someone got shot at the Fruitvale Bar today. I don't know how true that is, but that's what my homie told me earlier. So be careful, man, because there be some dudes out there acting hella funny out there in the town lately. You feel me? Like fools just want to pull out guns and start shooting. That's why I try to keep it cool, man. Even at the lowrider cruise in Hayward the other day, I heard someone got shot, or they shot at someone. So it's like, just be careful out there, man. You feel me? I know the big problem in Oakland right now is the homeless encampments, man. That shit is bad. That shit is bad in Oakland. Probably worse than even gang stuff. The homeless encampments everywhere. That stuff is crazy in the town. Watch my video about West Oakland, about the lower bottoms. I show the homeless encampments, man. So homie said Raider Nation sucker free. It's watered down, but it's still in motion. You're starting to sound like Gunner, man. Oh, the game is watered down. Vato, menudo time. But yeah, man. But yeah, man. But I think the homeless encampment thing is eye opening, man. Man. I've been to three third world countries. I've been to Mexico, I've been to El Salvador, and I've been to Colombia, and I've seen some poverty out there. But I never seen nothing as bad as those homeless encampments in the town, bro. That shit is bad. You know, you got the one on East 12 over there by 14th Ave, by the BART tracks. You got the one in West Oakland in the lower bottoms. You got one in the deep over there by like 82nd Avenue and 83rd Avenue in that area. And there's quite a few others, man. There's that one by Home Depot over there by off of High Street. Yeah, the TLs used to be pretty bad back in the days, man. But the TLs, the Tenderloin has always been full of homeless encampments and stuff like that. So that's nothing new in that area. You feel me? But like Oakland, if you're an older dude from Oakland like me, yeah, there was always homeless people around, but not like there is today, man. I never seen nothing like I see today, bro. I don't remember if there were homeless encampments, they were very hidden at the time. You feel me? Yeah, the Home Depot area is disgusting. Also, the lower bottoms, man, over there by Wood Street, the lower bottoms of West Oakland. Fuck, that shit looks like a zombie apocalypse. No lie, looks horrible, horrible. It looks really horrible. I hope the city does something to either help those people or clean the situation up, or both, man, because that looks bad, man. Looks really bad. You know, I made a video about homelessness and about homeless encampments about a year ago in Oakland, or about a year or two ago. That's guaranteed COVID. Probably, man. I mean, not just that. I mean, I heard there's all kinds of diseases running rampant in those homeless encampments. Typhoid fever, what's the other one? Hepatitis and God knows what else, man. It's just bad. And I heard a lot of people are doing meth in those homeless encampments. It's scary, man. It's scary. It's a trip, man. It really is a trip, you know. But only time will tell what's gonna happen. You feel me? But you know what, man? I'm way past the hour mark. I do these live feeds for an hour. You know what I mean? Why is there high murder rates in Oakland? You know what, man? I ask myself the same question because I grew up around that stuff, and I'm not even proud of that, man. It's sick that I'm from a city that has 100 homicides every year or more, and it's just like there's like this dark cloud over Oakland. So many homies that I knew from Oakland, you know what I mean, are dead, and that's not normal. Have you seen the Oakland episode on Globe? Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. Is that the one where they arrest some paisas at the end? But yeah, drugs, gangs, poverty, colonialism, racism, disparities. I mean, single family households, welfare mothers. I mean, you name it, bro. Oh yeah, that was a dude in the RV. I remember that. Is that dude from Oakland? Where's that dude from? Little Toto. Yeah, 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 yeah. I did see that one. I did see that one. It's been around since my parents growing up. Yeah, man. I mean, Oakland has always had a bad crime rate. You know, even going back to the 1940s. You know what I mean? Sakura, but he was dealing in the. He's from Brown Street, local in Vacaville. Okay, so what was he like dealing in the town or something? But yeah, I know where Brown Street is in Vacaville. I've been there actually to that street. I used to fuck around with a girl that used to live out there a long time ago. And you know what? I had a girlfriend at the same time, and she didn't know. But that's another story for another time. But yeah, man, that's a trip that he's from Vacaville and he was in Oakland. But yeah, I seen that one. I seen that documentary. But it's a different pedigree in the East Bay, yeah, man. So look, man, it's past the hour mark, and I gotta get to sleep soon. But if you guys have anything you want to throw out there, I guess he's no good. Heard became a Northern Rider due after he got deemed with Chomo charges. It's all bad for him. But yeah, man. Look, I'm about it's past the hour mark. I love that you guys are all on here. I love to talk to you guys. You know me. This is why I do these live feeds because I love talking to you guys. You know, so throw out your city, throw out a shout out, throw out anything before I get off or a question. I'll give you a few more minutes. Throw out anything out there. Where are you tapping in from? Anything you want, any questions you got? Are you going to check out any of my videos coming out? The Dark Room videos about to drop soon. Tomorrow, the video about Fattone, interview with his son, who was from Jingletown, Big Time Ballers coming out. So be able to check that video out tomorrow. And yeah, man, leave me a comment. Where you tapping in from? Where you at? Drop your viral, drop your hood. You know, anything, whatever you want to drop it. Homie says I'm gonna check out Etcetera. All right, brother. See you in the IG. I know you follow me on there. Sac City boy. Thanks for supporting, bro, out there in Sakura. You know I lived in your city before, so I'm pretty familiar with uh with with um with Sacramento for sure. I got hella family out there too, so I know Sac real well. Yeah, I might be out there tomorrow, maybe. I'm not sure. I gotta do something out there tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't know yet if I'm gonna head out that way tomorrow, but I might be in Sac tomorrow for a little bit. So that'd be cool. Maybe I could do another viral tours when I'm out there. But yeah, man. Anybody else? Drop your city. Drop anything you want to drop before I get off. I'm about to get off maybe in like maybe a minute and a half. So East Oakland gang members arrested in Antioch. I haven't heard about that. I'll look into it. If you got a link, send it to me. But yeah, man, I haven't heard about that. I'll look into it though. You know, I wouldn't be surprised because hella people from Oakland have been pushed out to Antioch. East Oakland town business. What is it? Yay! For sure. But what happened to D-Roll from DRF from the Acorn Projects? He's still around. He's still around, according to what Duke told me. He's still around. I don't think he raps anymore though, but he's still around. But but yeah, but I know the story of how Duke met him, so I'm gonna talk about that in the video when it comes out soon. You know what I mean? 7 gang members call F everybody. Were they like a black gang? That sounds like a black clique. What were they doing? Like robbing people and shit? They're probably the ones out there robbing Asians and shit. You feel me? I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, hella people from out there. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know, hella people from Antioch are out in Oakland. From hella people from Oakland got pushed into Antioch, and they took a lot of the crime from Oakland to Antioch. You feel me? But yeah, man. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. It's gonna be a wrap. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Oakland Latinos United. Be sure to check out that video tomorrow. The son of a kingpin, the son of Fattone from Jingletown, and that's coming out tomorrow. And hopefully this week I'll also be able to do that Darkroom Familia history video, which is actually from Darkroom Familia. They gave me the story, so it's not no stuff that's not accurate. And yeah, man, just be for sure to support me on IG, Oakland Latinos United, on Facebook, Oakland Latinos United. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment on any video. Be sure to look at my long catalog of videos. Leave a comment on any video you want to. Keep supporting these live feeds. Tell your friends about my channel. And remember, Jose is one of the first Raza on YouTube. And I'm still here and I ain't going nowhere. You feel me? So, till next week, man, I will talk to you guys. All right, good night. Alto a la violencia, that's right. So, maybe I might do a random live feed sometime this week. But if not, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Stay ground. Chicano power. Al rato pues.